Welcome back to Barebones Survival, and we are putting together an actual version of a civilian survival and travel kit, as based on the old things that people actually did carry in culture. Now, we're going to do this in a couple of videos because there's a number of things that need to be considered, and I've made some notes. And I'm also testing to see if whether or not, and I do believe it does, it will manage to fit to the system that I use for creating a survival kit, because it's an interesting sort of a way of going about doing this. And there are a number of thoughts that have come out of it. And there are a number of thoughts that need to be put along with, purely because we don't necessarily know all of the answers. And I'm just grabbing the last couple of little things together just to wave at you. And I strongly would like to hear your opinions and why you may or may not think certain things are effective or not effective. But understand that this was based on the actual kits that people really did use in history, which does make a very big difference, because the more we can stick to what they said, we can see whether or not it does fit. Now, I've realized that one of the items that I should have with me, I do not, because it is in my walking kit, but it is a tiny item and not terribly important. But with that said, so according to your basic original things, people would always carry your primary things, your blade, your flame, and your cord. Now, in terms of the blade, I have got two. This one is my usual carry. This one is my beach carry. This one is a far better blade, and it is my EDC and has been for about nearly 13 years, I think now. This one has one advantage. While it's not as good and it doesn't flip quite as well, it keeps a reasonable edge, but it's stainless steel. And the reason that that is actually pretty good is that when you're down at the coast, it doesn't rust. So it holds up better and therefore preserves my blade. So we're going to put down there the blade option. We'll just shift that back. Our angle is not wondrous, but we will see if we can do as best we can. How's that for an answer? So the blade is down. All right. The second is the flame. Now, my primary is quite literally, with my little cover on, my clipper lighter. It's refillable and all of the fun things that you can do with that. So we've now got our flame. I always do carry a backup because, and this is a ferrocerium rod with striker. It's not as convenient to use. It takes a bit of practice. It's not as easy. But on the other hand, it does work. And then your final would be a cord. Now, again, my usual cordage is wrapped up and put in the hiking kit, which I used. I'm going to throw that down as a representation for you. It's the same amount of size used, and I usually have several versions. It's meant to be as small as possible because as you move up your kit, you will add bigger items. The next set of things I can't really show because it won't make a lot of sense. That's the personal level. The pressure bandage, which I've carefully got in my walking kit and didn't bring out at the start of the video, but it's just a very small bandage. And my metformin, because I'm diabetic, that's me personally. So the two medical items. Next up if I can detach it without the world ending and the seas rising and fire raining from the sky, which is dubious, is my primary level water bottle. Now, if I were going out on a dedicated travel type thing, I would absolutely take a proper one. But this is a collapsible water bottle, which fits in the kit beautifully. It rolls up really small, as you can see, and it works immensely well. Along with that would be a method of purification, which I do carry. I actually don't like them loose and knocking around, so I keep my tabs inside my medical kit, which usually goes in my hiking kit, or in my little Tupperware waterproof container where my metformin goes. So I have 2 tablets, which is 2 liters of water in my metformin case, which is in my walking kit, and more in my medical kit, which is used at a higher level. Now, basically what that means is that is the entirety of the first level of a kit that would be carried in real life by the Anglo-Saxons, by the Bushmen, in a different set of forms, of course, but yes. Now, bear in mind that with that, I will carry little items that I want with me. This is to represent my wallet. That's added weight, but I'm using it all the time. I carry lip ice because I use it all the time. I carry my phone, which I can't show you because I'm recording this on it. But at each level, there's more gear, more things, more weight. And they're necessary things. They certainly do matter. I also like to carry a small amount. This is what I actually do carry. It's hand sanitizer. Alcohol-based, which means I can use it to start a fire, I can use it to infect things, I can use it for basic medical, though believe me, it burns. So I've got that. The more I add, the more weight we get. I very often will also carry this, which is my little backup knife. It's just a leather slip with a blade that is made from a hacksaw blade. So I've got a saw on the back and a blade on the front. I made it myself. It works very nicely. So I don't carry multi-tools on person. Now, as I have pointed out on many occasions, this is the bag I like to carry, but it contains a whole ton of things, as you will see, which have nothing to do with survival. But I carry them because I use them in what I do. About the only thing that really could work towards survival, I suppose, is that, which is a very large double Ziploc bag. It's actually meant for packing down clothing and vacuuming the air out. But it's really thick, it's really tough, it's really strong, and it's big. I could easily carry quite a few liters of water in an emergency in that. I carry my metal straw because I prefer these straws to any other. And then it's small items, little things that don't count as necessarily, this is from a higher level of the kit, which we will get to, my notepad that I use and pen. I like this stuff. It's tape, but it's reflective. And if I ever need to be out at night, and if I'm walking on a road, I can stick it to my back of it or back of my jacket or anything like that, and very, very easily it will reflect powerfully and pick up light so people can see me, which I deem to be a very important point. Now, there are other things at higher levels of the kit to add alongside what you see here, not the least of which will be more cordage, because my small cordage, as you see, that is an accurate representation of the size, is incredibly small. Oh, there's my cordage. There we go. You can see it's tiny. That's my backup, my last-ditch basic for use. There are several other forms of cordage which I will carry if I'm going hiking, which are bigger, stronger, but I don't carry them all the time, every day. And the reason for that is quite literally to keep things balanced, and it does work. Now, in the next video, we're going to go from the primary level of the kit up to the travel kit, which will include a number of things, including a shelter, sleep system, weapons, all the rest of it, and we will go through all of that. So as walking around just on an ordinary day, these are the things that the average person would carry in some manner or form to deal with life.